funny man, that Downer. Yes?
Sorry, mate. I was just watching Mother and Son. It's pretty good, isn't it?
Oh, it's not a bad episode, this one. In fact, we've even had people ring in asking if we can bring it up full size.
Can we? Fitz, can we
do that, Fitz? Can we switch the two around?
So that's what I'm talking about. That's much better.
This will really help our ratings, I reckon.
The Trial and Retribution audience will be loving this at the moment.
Absolutely. In fact, speaking of comedy, sorry, can we just go back to normal? Thank you. Speaking of comedy, I had to fly interstate last weekend on Virgin Blue. And you know how on Virgin they're always a bit wacky and humorous?
They're zany.
They're out there. They like to crack jokes and stuff. And I started to ask myself, is their material actually that funny? So, to find out, I decided to write down Virgin Blue's in-flight safety announcement and perform it verbatim at an open mic comedy night to see how it went down in front of an actual live comedy audience.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Chris Taylor! Thanks very much. How you doing? You having a good night? Yeah. Thanks very much for flying Virgin Blue today. In the flight deck we have Captain Robert Nunn and the First Officer John Stanley. Your cabin crew for the day are Mandy, Sandy, Candy and I'm Randy, if that wasn't obvious already. We're here to make your experience as comfortable and enjoyable here on the flight this afternoon. However, there is also a serious side to the flight, and if I can just have a couple of moments of your attention while I run through some of the safety features of the aircraft. Airbags will fall from overhead in the event of emergency. Please stop screaming before attaching your mask. A reminder also that smoking is prohibited right throughout the aircraft. If you are caught smoking, we will ask you to step outside. Finally, underneath your seats you might find life jackets. They do come with a light and a whistle for attracting sharks. Or, if you like, a light and a whistle for attracting members of the opposite sex.
My God! I didn't even like the light and whistle gag. That stuff's gold.
I've never felt more uncomfortable in my life. I was dying out there, so I had to rescue the situation. I needed some proven material. So I decided to perform David Letterman's opening monologue from the previous night.
Well, as far as Tonight Show hosts go, he's right up there.
He's great, and he did a dynamite monologue about the Super Bowl. It was top-notch material.
You're looking at a guy, I'm laughing on the outside, I'm dying on the inside, I am furious. Ladies and gentlemen, I am furious. If Seattle had made those 2 field goals, missed the extra point, and then scored a safety, I would have won the office pool.
See, that's a big laugh. That's a huge laugh.
You got to clap. It couldn't possibly fail, I thought. So let's see how I went doing the same monologue.
Looking at a man, I'm laughing on the outside, I'm dying on the inside, I'm furious. I'm absolutely furious. If Seattle had made those 2 field goals, missed that extra point and then scored that safety, I would have won the office pool.
Tough crowd, Chris. Tough crowd. I think you need the CBS Orchestra, mate.
Well, luckily, Chaz, in terms of comedy insurance, I could go even better than the CBS Orchestra because I had Koshy's joke book.
Oh, look out.
A collection of Koshy's best jokes from the Sunrise program. Now, I know it was a long shot, but when you were dying as badly as I was, you're prepared to scrape the barrel and try anything.
Koshy.
Including Koshy's jokes.
There's these 2 Mexican police officers investigating a murder, right? And there's a dead body there in front of them. And Carlos says to his partner, he says, well, what do you think happened here? And the partner says, I don't know, I think he might have been shot by a golf gun. And Carlos says, a golf gun? What the hell's a golf gun? I've never heard of such a thing. And the partner says, well, it certainly made a hole-in-one. Hole-in-one, hole-in-one, Mexico. Mexico.
It kind of worked.
Virgin failed, Letterman failed, but Koshy absolutely blitzed it. So, all hail the new king of comedy, David Kosh.
Woo! Okay, enough clapping. It's Koshy we're talking about here. Now, it's time on the show for another famous face-off. This is where we put 2 famous rivals head-to-head in a ruthless do-or-die showdown.
And this week it's down to Canberra for the Battle of the Senators.
We're here at Parliament to find out who's the best blocker. Who can block the most legislation getting into the Senate? Steve Fielding from Family First or Barnaby Joyce from the National Party? Let's go, guys. Let's go! Just block tax cuts.
Oh, bullshit, really?
Yeah, there goes the populist angle, hey, Barnaby.
Well, that's the end of that.
Peter will not like me. He's blocked VSU. About bloody time. Now you get it right.
Wow, look, they're coming that far.
What about, hang on a second. Hang on. We'll redo VSU with a secret backroom deal. Oh, now it's threes. Oh, what has he blocked? The sale of Telstra. Hang on, hang on.
We haven't sold Telstra. We still own 51.8% of Telstra.
Let's try it again. If I give you 3 billion,
3.1 billion.
Yeah. It's quite an important one. ABC funding increase, yes. Yeah. Stop raising politicians' pay.
Oh, no!
Oh, gay marriage, Steve.
See, how did I let that through?
Oh, I tell you what.
That's not right.
Where's the family impact statement on that one?
Doing that one again, I reckon.
Well, you want me to do it way back here, you reckon? If I get this in, we have to get married.
You get it through first.
Oh, it must have been proposed by the Greens. It didn't even get into Parliament.
We're rolling from the shock. The biggest rock tour in the world. Cancelled. But one member of U2 is not giving up. Get ready for the first ever solo tour of Adam Clayton. Playing the bass lines of U2's greatest hits. Pride. Where the streets have no name. Vertigo. And One. No vocals, no charisma, just the root notes of chords. Book now for Clayton's concert. It's the concert you have when you're not having a concert.
Taking a look at the rest of the week's news, and the clean-up continues after Cyclone Larry, and what a story it's been for our nation's weathermen.
Well, absolutely. I mean, it's been the biggest weather story of the year. You can forget your wacky crosses, because this was a chance for the weathermen to really sink their teeth into something to show us what they're made of, really.
Now, Grant Denyer from Sunrise, he did pretty well. He was on location in Townsville to cover the cyclone, which was happening only 300 kilometres away. But at least he lost his umbrella in it. Look at that. There.
Good effort.
That was nothing, though, compared to the effort put in by the Today Show weatherman Steve Jacobs. Look at this.
Well, it's not so lovely in far north Queensland with that cyclone bearing down on the coast. Steve, have you got the latest for us?
I do indeed. Good morning to you. It is a serious Category 4 cyclone, Carson. About 60 kilometres at the moment.
He really goes the extra yard, Steve, doesn't he? Yeah.
1 yard,
Just the
exactly.
one, yeah.
Very quiet on the couch. Must have been the eye of the storm, I think.
Absolutely, yeah. Still at home, and Craig, you'll recall last week on the show, Kim Beazley threatened me with violence.